Hello, my name's Natasha and welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to test out two mascaras. Not really test out, but compare two really good mascaras. My Holy Grail Lash Paradise by L'Oreal, and then a new one that I just picked up by recommendation of Tati, the COL-LAB mascara. So I've tried out some of the COL-LAB products before. Some of them are some hit and miss, but generally good products. And this Lash Paradise has been a holy grail, raved about product across YouTube and the beauty industry for about a year, or as long as it's come out. Absolutely love it. I've used both products before, obviously, so I know a little bit about it. I'm going to show you the differences on camera, and then I'm going to show you how they actually could work together, and I'm going to give you a few tips about that. So let's get into the video. I have all of my makeup on. I'm going to zoom you a little closer so that you can see what I'm doing. Alright, so let's first take a look at the brushes, because this is a very important point that needs to be talked about. The Lash Paradise brush, it's very fluffy, is a good word. It has a lot of little hair brushes, bristles, and it's a nice large size. So I think that's a very big key of this mascara is the brush. The COL-LAB, it has smaller plastic bristles. The L'Oreal is a little bit more like a hairbrush. And this one has this interesting little thing right here, which actually is a different shape compared to the rest of the brush. It kind of like bridges out, and I'm going to show you the purpose of that whenever I apply. So very different application for both these mascaras. Alright, I'm going to put in the Lash Paradise on this side. I'll do the COL-LAB on the other side. So these mascaras are not brand new. They're kind of new. They've dried out a little bit. So let me just talk about that before I start applying. Both of these work really well after you've used them a few times, because whenever you first get the mascaras, and I have a first impressions of the COL-LAB that I will link below, and you can watch that and understand what I'm talking about. They're kind of wet. And what that means is that it might get a little on your lids up here. It might not apply as evenly as you would want, so your lashes might stick together. And that is where the actual brush shape comes into play a lot. And that is why I like this fluffy brush more than this COL-LAB brush. Just going to say that up front. This fluffy one is amazing. COL-LAB one, don't really like it that much. So that's a big downer. So whenever I first used the COL-LAB, I did not like it. Just spoiler alert right there. And you can watch the video and see what I'm talking about when I say I didn't like it. And, well, let's just get into applying it and you'll see what I mean. But now they've dried down a little bit, the mascara, so it's not as wet and fresh. So it's a little tackier and easier to work with, and I like the results of that a lot better. So my point is, don't hate a mascara the first time that you try it. Try it a few times. Let the formula kind of level out and dry a little bit if that's the problem with the mascara, and then see if you like it, because a lot of times that is the issue. Alright, so in my mirror. Let's go in. So something that I've learned is that you want to start at the base of your eyelash and kind of wiggle there and lift up, because that will give you a lot of volume. And be careful to not poke yourself in the eye, and kind of flare it out. Okay, so this is one coat of a not brand new, but semi-new Lash Paradise. I did do a best mascara of 2018 video. I'll link that below. It was my first video on the channel. It's not the best video, but it gets the point across about the product. And I used a lash primer with it, which I highly recommend doing that. It actually adds a lot of extra volume to your lashes, but I have no primer on. This is just the mascara, all fluffed out. Now I'm gonna go in with the Collab side. Now, remember how I said the brush has got that one weird little fin on it? Because the bristles on here are so short, it is very hard to get a good application on here and get your lashes to be nice and fluffy. So what I do, and I figured this out, is that I take the fin and I use the fin pointed at my eye to kind of add extra length to this little dude. And that really helps it not clump up and separates the lashes, applies much better. So let me show you what I mean. Okay, Collab side, Lash Paradise side. Now you can see that the Collab side is actually longer than the Lash Paradise side, but the Lash Paradise side is a lot fluffier than the Collab side. It's a little bit more kind of sticky, but it's not bad, only because I use the technique of pointing that bridged side to my eye and using that to lengthen the tip of this mascara. Collab, if you watch this, please come out with this mascara with the tip brush like this one from Lash Paradise, and then it will be freaking fabulous. Please do that. All right, so I just showed you one coat of both mascaras. Now, both are pretty good. Depends what kind of style you want. This one's nice for more of a natural, flirty look, and this one's a little bit more, hey, I'm wearing mascara today kind of look. I haven't tried their other types of mascaras that they have. They have like several different colors, which mean different things. I don't know exactly that. I need to go and try and play some more to see the differences, but this pink one is pretty good. It's supposed to be all over one. Now I'm going to tell you a secret that I've been doing recently, and it's involving both mascaras. So this one with the Lash Paradise side, where everything is nice and fluffed out already because of the brush, what I do is I take the Collab and I put it on top of the Lash Paradise. And I know that's a little bougie, and you don't have to do it, but it's just something that I've been liking because I have both with me, so why not? But what it does is it takes the length and the little extra volume that it adds here, and it adds it to the more spread out bristles here. Is it as spread out, and does it stay spread out? No, but it does look much nicer than just the Collab by itself, in my opinion. So we're going to do that on the side, and what I have not tried out yet is to do the L'Oreal on top of the Collab. So we'll do that on the side just out of curiosity to see what happens. I'm kind of really excited to try out the Lash Paradise on the Collab side. But this is the Collab on the Lash Paradise side. Taking that bridged side and pointing it towards my eye to add extra length to the brush's bristles. And then whenever I like what's been added, I'll just twisty turn the brush to add a little extra volume on the shorter sides to get a little bit more product on there. Now be careful with this because you can be looking like a spider eye if you don't have a light hand. And I don't know if you can see on camera exactly, but there is like a little bit, every time I use the Collab, there's some sort of something black that comes on my eyelid or under my eye because it is still a little wet formula. It's not completely more dry down like this one. This one's kind of more like a pomade type, brow pomade type of a feel. Not as hard. And then this other one is like a liquid liner kind of feel. Alright, so this is it with it layered. Lash Paradise first and then Collab. And this is just the Collab side. Now I'm going to take my Lash Paradise and put it on top of the Collab. Let's see what happens. It's probably just going to spread it out a little bit more. And I think the Lash Paradise has, you know those mascaras that have like little extra tidbits in it to add length? Like little pieces of black fibers. This one doesn't have, it's not like those fiber mascaras, but it does have that little something in it that adds tiny little things to the tips of the lashes. I like it. Makes it more fluffy. Okay. So let's go over what's going on my face right now. Lash Paradise first. Collab on top. This side. This side, Collab first. Lash Paradise on top. Both of them look kind of the same. This side is a little bit longer because the last step was the Collab, which had some product that just made it longer because the product on here is thinner. Now this side had the long thin ones first and added a little bit of a separating effect of the lashes because of this brush, and then added small tiny little fibers on the end. So what do I think? Both of them look kind of the same. Nobody else is going to notice except for yourself. But personally, I think that I'm going to switch from doing the Lash Paradise first and then Collab to the Collab then Lash Paradise, and this is why. This side you can kind of see it's a little bit chunkier and it looks almost close to how some of the fiber mascaras make you look like a little spider legs, and it doesn't look bad. It's not my favorite look. And this side, because the Lash Paradise at the end was able to spread out the lashes and add small little fibers on the end, I kind of really like what's going on right here. It's a lot more natural and flirty. And of course, that's just my own opinion. You can take a look right now and see what you like the best. You know, do you want to use them just by themselves? Do you like to layer? Do you layer one on top of the other one? You know, get as bougie as you want to. It's your face. Have fun with it. You only live once. What the heck? Alright, so this was a lot of fun. I actually really enjoyed experimenting with the different layers and seeing how they worked. Both of these mascaras are excellent. Like I said before, it kind of depends what look you want. If you want a little bit more dramatic but natural and flirty, Lash Paradise is your winner. And if you want a little more dramatic, lengthening, and slightly more obvious you're wearing mascara, then go for the Collab. If you want to do something in the middle, get both and combine them in whatever order you like the most, and try it out and see what you fancy. But alright, thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you have not yet, so you can be, and ring the bell so you can be notified of my future uploads. And thank you for watching. I will see you in my next video. Mwah.